Hi guys, we are Empire Dachshunds. I'm James.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are joined today by Amanda Sparkles and Art Marlin himself. We're here to talk about the Jesus Rolls. I don't suppose we took a physical copy into the room with us.
We forgot that. Yes, we did.
Don't worry about that. Pay no attention to the man behind the door. So, the Jesus Rolls is a spin-off film of the Big Lebowski based on a character that's probably in the Big Lebowski for a grand total of 3 minutes of screen time. That's the one.
And actually, it is not endorsed by...
Well, I would say it's tacitly endorsed if they gave him the rights to it.
Yeah, but they don't endorse it as
They
a
didn't
spin-off.
produce it. They didn't participate in the making of the film. But if you give them the rights, you're like, yeah.
You have
you
the right
can
to
make it.
character, but not the universe.
Yeah. But to be fair, what if the Big Lebowski universe was really like, there's a lot more to say about it. I think they nailed it. Like, unless they want to make the Little Lebowski, which...
Is that his
And
child?
how proud we are of all of them.
His illegitimate child? Is
Little-
that what the movie would be about?
Do you not remember that scene from the Big Lebowski? So, spoiler for the Big Lebowski, this movie from 1996?
That was 99.
99?
Yeah, it was the turn of the century.
So, at the end of the movie, Jeffrey Lebowski, the dude himself, is a child with Maud Lebowski, no relation. And, Sam Elliott was real excited about it, that there's going to be a little Lebowski in the world. But anywho, that has literally nothing to do with this film. This is a remake of a French film, apparently, that at one point starred Gerard Depardieu. And now stars Audrey Tautou from Amélie and The Da Vinci Code.
I mean, she was great. I liked her character.
She was so cute.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why Amélie basically succeeded. Amélie was, like, the cutest movie ever made.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
I feel like you'd really like it.
Okay. I'll watch it at some point.
Yeah. I thought, like you said, and you did make a very good point, that you could definitely tell it was a French film because they were either having sex, eating, or committing crimes.
But they weren't smoking.
Yes, they were not smoking. And that was something I think you brought up.
I think so.
Yeah, that she noticed that there just wasn't very much smoking.
Very little wine drinking.
Yeah.
Well, they drank.
there's-
Well, they had bottles of wine. They didn't appear to have drinking
No.
much
That
of
was
it.
They
just one
had
scene,
glasses of wine at the seafood restaurant.
Which
and
is
at
weird
the other
because they-
restaurant that they
Yeah.
booked it from.
The menstruation
Oh, yes.
restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
He was eating like fried chicken or something, and then
Oh, that was the other restaurant.
Yeah. But,
So, let me ask you guys: if this didn't have a character from the Big Lebowski, would you have had any interest in seeing this?
Absolutely not.
I would probably
If
agree.
you said, hey, would you like to watch a remake of a French movie from the 1970s? I would probably not have seen it.
Also, there was not enough bowling in it.
Yeah, there's one bowling scene, and I think you were out smoking during that time.
Yeah.
Well,
You missed the one and only bowling
It
scene.
was a good dancing scene, too.
It did. It had very nice dancing.
There was
Jesus.
ladies in
Don't-
the
don't
lane
fuck with
next to
Jesus.
them,
Don't
and they
fuck with
both
Jesus.
made a strike, and he's like, let me salsa dance you.
And then he made a.
An impact.
She saw that he had like
Well, no. So he made a pass at her, like oh god, it was like some cheesy bowling line, and then she like ripped off his tags. Like you don't even take off your tags or something like
they
that.
just bought new clothes.
Yeah.
It was also adorable that they, like, at the end, the, like, last 3 clothing changes that they had, they were wearing the exact same outfits.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so cute.
The two guys were wearing the same clothes the last few times.
So I guess this begs the question then: who's this movie for? Is it just for Big Lebowski fans? Was like John Turturro's like, I love this character so much. Did he think he had an audience beyond that?
Didn't get good reviews, so I don't think it really captured what it was trying
It
to.
was so
I think it was trying to
artsy.
get the Lebowski fans, and it was trying to be artsy at the same time, and I think it failed in both regards.
But yeah, Big Lebowski
Was
fans,
it
I
entertaining
feel
though?
would.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel though that Big Lebowski fans wouldn't be too big into the artsy movies.
That's
No.
what I mean. That's
But
what I think it
there's
failed
the
at
thing of
both
it: the Big Lebowski is kind of an artsy film, but it has a film noir structure, which is a structure. This
They
is-
go on a journey.
This has a
This
No,
one
that's
what
it.
is it?
Yeah, they go on a journey.
That's it. They just keep going
This one
from
doesn't give a
place
shit
to
about the
place.
roles.
Yeah, it's like a Truffaut or a Godard film. There's not a lot of thought put into structure because part of the fun is look at us deny the point of having a movie.
Yeah.
Like, nothing really happened in the movie. But
Nothing really happened to the Big Lebowski
That's
either.
true.
It's like a series of events. None of them connect together, or at least
True.
They're not driven by the protagonist, is the way I would describe it.
But there's a lot
They
more
just
action
happen
going on.
to him constantly.
This is like they just go from thing to thing, and they're just going, and you're following them on their journey.
Yeah,
Very weird.
definitely.
But that's very common of French films of the period. New wave French films had this whole thing about basically denying the general idea of film. It was like, oh, there's a mistake, just put it in the film. Why not? We want people to be aware of the fact that this is a movie, because it goes back to a Brechtian structure. The more people are aware of the artifice of something, the more they're aware of the actual message of the movie, which is a lot of logical leaps to put together, but it makes for interesting things at times.
I mean, I didn't hate the movie. It was good at some parts and kind of slow at other parts. And Susan Sarandon makes a very short-lived appearance.
She's good,
Pun
though.
intended.
I basically...
Whoa!
It was kind of like a
Too sad.
cavalcade of, like, who is John Turturro's friend? Like, Christopher Walken shows up for a scene. That one kid from SNL in that new Judd Apatow movie shows up
Pete
for, like, 2
Davidson.
scenes. Yeah. I mean, you're talking just cameo.
It was kind of a movie of cameos.
John Hamm, get your ham on.
I think that's just John Hamm's career now. When's the last time John Hamm's like, I want to commit to a long project? It's like, I want to show up in something very briefly, and either be very funny or very sexy, or both.
And he's always both.
Yeah.
He's a ham, all right.
I was really disappointed in that scene with John Hamm, that he spouted off the line from The Big Lebowski, like, I'll take that little gun, I'll stick it up your ass, and I'll pull the trigger till it goes click.
Well, like the first,
But he didn't do it!
30 minutes of the movie, they threw some Lebowski lines, and then they kind of stopped after that, and then just got into weird French movie after that point.
And like even the music, which was more like Spanish, still kind of gave that like French vibe.
It did.
Well, remember in The Big Lebowski, his whole theme was Hotel California, but in Spanish.
Yeah. But no, this wasn't like Hotel California in Spanish. This was like French music in Spanish.
It was El Norte. It's a Mexican style of music.
But it has a very French like it gives you that sense
The
of
pacing also.
Yeah.
added to that.
kind of gives that.
So what I'm supposed to take from this, you guys just don't like French filmmaking. How many French films have you guys seen?
I didn't
I
like
enjoyed
This
this
is the
movie.
first one.
Yeah.
It's not even.
That's not
Chucky
even
Turner's from New York, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
saw a French porno before. A lot of cigarette smoking and affairs in it.
If you go into this movie thinking it's gonna be like The Big Lebowski, then you would be disappointed, I
Yes.
think. But if you're just like, oh, I'll just watch this movie, it's good. It's very artsy. Everything's like, it's very flowy and pretty.
Like I said, I didn't hate the movie. It's not really my style, like being more of the horror comedy genre, but I did enjoy it.
Well, his mother was a whore.
His mother was literally a whore, yes.
Speaking of horror genres.
Horror.
Yeah, she was a horror. I don't know how to overemphasize it. Jeez.
She
No.
looked just as old as her son.
No, but I thought it was actually rather enjoyable, just a little slow at times.
Oh yeah.
Well, then let me ask you this: would you watch a sequel to this? What if the Jesus rolls on?
I'm already committed at this point, so I'd have to have.
Like, what would you want to see from it? Would you?
I want to
More
let him go.
sex.
He want to put another story out, I'll watch it. I'm already in
A
the
little more
committed.
bowling,
I like
maybe.
the actor. He's really, or not the actor, the character. He's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Wow, poor John Turturro. I mean, he was in Barton Fink, and he's even better than he is in The Big Lebowski.
And he's in your favorite Michael Bay movie, Transformers.
He gets peed on by a robot at one point.
Oh,
In one
Oh,
of them.
that's
Does he?
right. Yeah, I
does.
know. Okay.
Everyone's got to get a paycheck, man.
He's the guy that's like the government agent, but is like
They don't
nobody
res-
likes him and respects
Okay.
him.
He's not
I
cool
missed
like
that.
the Marines. I love that in a
So that was
Transform
Air Force people in the movie.
or whatever. Basically, the whole
Never-
point of the Michael Bay movies is like, wow, look how these cool robots. Let me give you this commercial for our armed forces, and then every like 20 minutes after that, I'll show you a robot.
And explosions. You forgot that. That's the start of the movies.
So what would you
Explosives.
say that your guys' favorite part of the movie was? I liked the part where the wheel came off and they crashed, which
It's
was
very
kind of like
full
a
circle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I liked that aspect.
I think it was
Whole
probably
karma thing,
when Marie finally had her orgasm. Because literally it's like this big build-up. She can't have it. We get to see scenes of her trying to make love to the two main characters, and, you know, she's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Good job. Yeah.
I like the analogy between when the second main character, he's looking at the birds, and he's like, oh, you're flying off to your orgy. Because it's an analogy of the birds don't care who they're having sex with, and they have this weird open relationship that most people don't, like birds have, where they just have sex with whoever they want. And it was a weird analogy that I thought was, like, very pointed.
I don't know. Bird law would say otherwise.
Dave, what about you?
Well, birds are usually actually pretty strictly in a
I know,
monogamous
that's why I thought
relationship.
it was weird that they mentioned it.
Speaking of birds, I know
You're
you
saying
guys
professional criminals aren't ornithologists as well?
I guess no, they know nothing about birds.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't even call them semi-pro criminals. Yeah, they made a career out of it, but they're not making a lot of money.
No. Well, they had, like, some money at some point.
Just
They had an
probably-
inside job on that one, though. Let's face that one. But Dave, what would you say is your favorite part of the movie?
I would remind you they robbed a cancer doctor.
They did. They did.
Yeah, I didn't actually connect whether the sign matched up to the door they went up at, but I'm assuming that yes, it was the.
I would assume, but, you know, I didn't pay that great of attention either.
Because they kept driving a little bit. I didn't know if they went to the parking lot or what from that scene, but
What was your favorite scene?
scene. I just like the bowling scene, just because I like the Jesus bowl. You know,
That's
licking
fair.
the ball is a very iconic scene. And
But we didn't get to see him. Did he do the thing?
No.
No, he didn't. He didn't polish his ball.
What was his bowling
he
part?
cleaned his ball with his tongue. Liam.
He was like,
Liam, yeah. What?
Liam was Marie's wife.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he said, what happened to Liam?
oh, that's how
You guys
she
missed that
knew
part?
her.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Liam was. I forgot.
No,
I had forgotten his name.
yeah, Liam and me, we fuck you up, man.
You know, Liam was like the doughiest cop-looking motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
You want over
I believe he was
baby?
actually a bowler. That's why they got him.
Come here, my
I
love.
could be wrong about that.
And yet his whole point was to do this and do this.
Yeah.
So, then, would you recommend this movie to others?
If they're an artsy type of fan, then I'd say, yeah, sure, why not?
Into the Big Lebowski.
I wouldn't even say if they were into the Big Lebowski, because it's, like, so far removed.
It's true.
Let's be honest. In the middle of a virus epidemic right now, if you've got time to watch movies, watch the Big Lebowski sequel spin-off thing that Jesus rolls on. I mean, what else you gotta do right now?
Yeah.
Live your non-existent jobs.
I kind of want to say just watch it because I'd like to see John Turturro direct more films. I feel like the more actor-directors you get, the more you have, like, a bunch of stars willing to put aside salaries to get these, like, superstar movies where they basically just do, like, bit parts like this. You know, just have some fun. Like, do something.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, no, I need to set aside 6 months of my time because Michael Bay wants me to motion capture being Strawberry Shortcake in his new explosion-ridden version of Strawberry Shortcake.
What?
I don't know. I was just spitballing a movie.
I'd watch that too.
Michael Bay, I want to be a producer. If you see this, I'm a producer on that film.
It's like an action-adventure strawberry shortcake.
I'd watch it.
But erotic.
It's
It's
like-
hot.
Yeah, Megan Fox is the
It's
Strawberry
like the
Shortcake.
live-action
You know what I mean?
Dora the Explorer, but Strawberry Shortcake.
It sounds like erotic, evidently.
Yes. In the year 2035, Earth has been taken over by a deadly plague of sugar. Those that have survived have armed themselves with the very thing that destroyed humanity.
Oh, no.
Now, a hero rises from the ashes, and she's covered in the blood of her people. This fall, her name is Strawberry Shortcake.
Oh my god.
And the only thing that's not short about her.
Are her cakes?
I gotta mess it up. I was gonna be like, everything's short about her, including her fuse.
Oh.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
See, that's why you should watch this movie. It'll inspire you to make small strawberry shortcakes.
Michael Bay, get me on the horn. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe.
And comment down below.
Wow, Amanda McDowell, you stole my
If
line.
you have things to hate on. We don't want to hear anything positive about this video.
Give us a like.
We want some trolling going on here. Troll the shit out of
Comment down below what you thought of Jesus Rolls.
And do follow me on twitch.tv/Stream Squad.
And also follow our adorable babies on Instagram at Empire of Dachshunds.
Till next time.
Have a good one.